Natrana gets sheeped out. Immediate
Alright,
backup.
I think we fixed it. Yeah, I think it's because I changed my speaker output midway. Yeah, so it's
Alright. Lycan Wolves just kind of scouting around now. They are going to get caught out by the Sentry Ward, so... Oh, Natrana goes in, blinks on the Earthshaker. Earthshaker with a good stun, though. But Natrana still gets that ult off. This is going to be a dead Earthshaker.
Yep, that's a really good call. That
Not even a chance. Gaystix blinks in. It's not in a good situation right now. Unfortunately, a lot of his Razor damage is hitting that familiar. But he is pretty tanky. It's just...
Oh, here goes the Rock.
Not going to be tanky.
Call.
The Rock says, know your role. Witch Doctor does drop in the backside to Killywas. Killywas has Mech and Ravage coming up, but it's not going to matter. Unless
Ravage is going to kill Zach.
Ravage will kill Visage. Can he kill Axe, though? He needs an Anchor Smash. Oh, beautiful timing by Killywas, and he gets an Ultra Kill. Brilliant saving of the Mech there. Really baited them in. I don't know if they knew he had that or not. But that really caught them, and now Tide's got his blink after, you know, getting 4 free kills. They do get the bottom tower with the power of Pugna. But Pugna's still 200 off his mech, and this is a mid tower for the Tire. It's just like, it's a lot of advantage. Really, I mean, if you look at the gold graph, it looks like it's a goddamn integrated function with this vertical drop and all.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, just overall, good fight.
Yeah, I mean...
And very well played by Killywas.
Yeah, I think definitely they must have not have thought that he had Ravage, because there's no way Visage should be there.
Yeah. But he did, unfortunately. Lycan's still just kind of... Yeah.
I'm going to switch over to net worth, and wow.
Yeah.
After that Ultra Kill, Killywas is #1.
Climbing the charts.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see if the Radiant decide just to stack up mid again and take it, because without Ravage... But the Ravage is the only thing they actually have down, though.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, because there's still Shadow Shaman wards, there's still Lycan ult, there's still Earthshaker ult. Earthshaker's stacking Ancients right now for Lycans. That's gonna be a lot. Like, I actually think this is a mistake to stack up mid again, especially after that fight. I mean, Killywas and his original Xbox ball that he's dragging around may not have his Ravage, but...
when Natrana's about to... Oh, man. How does he... Oh, he has a stab sentry.
Killywas getting caught out, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, man, that sucks. Immediately gets the ward canceled by a Fissure, and they just have to back after that. Both Shadow Shaman and Witch Doctor barely escaping with their lives right now. Beautiful Echo Slam hits at a lot, but it's not enough. This Axe is actually just crushing people. Invaders is going to have to run away. He's actually dead to Battle Hunger. He gets a regen, actually. Earthshaker dies in the back. Just trying to get any source of damage on him, but...
they're gonna leave Invaders.
Yeah, they can't unfortunately kill him. He does pop a regen kind of ill-advisedly, but... Very good turnaround from Eclipse to get that fight.
Yeah, the Brewmaster split came off cooldown at the time, and that was a huge call, Berserker call from on a rope.
Yeah.
Because I think they just overcommitted on the Shadow Shaman there, and sent way too many people. I mean, not the Witch Doctor.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I mean, because once Witch Doctor blows his ult, it's kind of like, who really cares if he's alive? I mean, yeah, the Voodoo Restoration's kind of annoying, but you definitely have the burst to go through it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you probably weren't going to win the fight anyway. But, yeah, overall, an interesting game so far.
Yeah, I mean, first off, the Shadow Shaman, like, nearly escaping. But he didn't use wards there. I guess he was just so low that he didn't want to get clipped off by any stray damage.
Yeah. And now Eclipse is just kind of roaming around looking to take whatever tower they can. Brewmaster doesn't have his ult up, so he'll probably just defend if he needs to, but top lane is just... You got Axe that you can't get through. You got Pugna that's blasting your towers down. You got a Visage that's being incredibly annoying with birds and making it so if you do commit to a fight, you're not going to win it. Like, not a good situation to be in. But they definitely have everything up right now except for Earthshaker ult. And I've definitely said definitely in like every sentence for the past 3 minutes, so...
Yeah, but these Lycan Wolves are just constantly scouting out the Radiant, and
very well played by Invaders.
But Natrana's ult, Brewmaster ult is not actually a long cooldown, considering it lasts for like 20 seconds, so it does have something like a 20% uptime at max level, which is pretty good.
He's got it up now, so...
Yeah, so they're looking to fight at every single Primal Split, looks like. But it's not like no coaches has no big ults of their own. Echo Slam is actually cooling off very quickly.
Dire's
But the thing is
bottom tower
about
is under
Rasta
attack.
wards is that they're so much better on offense than on defense.
Yeah. They're not too shabby on defense if you can kind of get them to commit to the fight and then drop them.
Dire's bottom
But
tower
if you
is
drop them
under
too early,
attack.
they just leave, and if you drop them too late, they just walk past them. So,
Yeah.
gotta kind of time it exactly perfectly. And I think Killuas really has to make sure he gets his blink ult off here. But
So it's really a game of who gets the initiation in.
yep.
Oh, here comes
Looks
Matrona, and he's
oh,
gonna get
beautiful
hexed.
Hex. Gets stunned out, gets shackled immediately.
Oh.
Ravage hits everybody except the Axe, unfortunately, which means Matrona's gonna get his ult off. Pugna drops, Visage is forced to leave, but it doesn't matter. They're just getting so much off. Lycan re-engaging. Anchor Smash, as you see, just hits those birds so hard. Axe forces the Earthshaker away. But K-Stick just lighting people up. Axe is chopping them apart. There's just bloodshed everywhere. But it looks like no coach is coming out on top of this fight, actually. And now Natrana on the run.
Oh, G-Man! That was... You've been hitting
Oh,
such
no,
great
you don't
fissures.
cast after that. Just stare into the camera with a look on your face like, alright. Everyone, please report Earthshaker, Feeder, Peru. But that's alright. His team wins the fight in very convincing fashion.
Yeah, that was...
Plenty of thanks to himself.
That was... I'm gonna give the MVP there to Pyro. Like,
Yeah.
stalling out the Hex. Because what happens is when you Hex the Brewmaster, everybody comes in to try to save him. And that lets Killuas get a huge Ravage off on everyone else.
Unfortunately, his Ravage didn't quite clip the Axe, who managed to blink in and stop the ult, or stop the Shackle. But just overall, the damage coming out from K-Stigs plus the Ravage on everyone else was enough to split the fight hard enough that the Shadow Shaman wards we were talking about really... Oh, he didn't even actually use them. He still got them.
Yeah.
He should really be dropping them right now, I think. But,
Well, I want to point out this is what happens when you lose a fight against a Lycan. He always takes something. So,
yeah.
It's a good thing though. Like when you're up against a Lycan, you want to take fights on the Lycan side of the map because it gives them less to take. And let's see if Zach's gonna scout this out. He's in the vicinity, but I think he's gonna scout the Ancients instead.
Yeah.
Oh, uh-oh. Actually, Invaders just revealed himself. All right.
Yeah. I think it's fine, though. I don't think it's that big a deal. It'll be interesting to see if they actually choose to take a fight here. more than
Well,
anything.
Primal
They
Spit's
have
up
everything
again.
Yeah. It's just the Axe is not nearby. I kind of almost would want to see Invaders force the issue, but he really doesn't have the health to do it.
No, definitely not.
I don't think he should. I want to see it. I want that bloodshed. They see the ward coming out. Visage Birds come in to snipe 2 Ancients. Jesus Christ.
Well
That
played
is
from Zach.
almost 350 gold straight for Visage. That's...
Yeah,
Yeah.
gold makes Visage happy.
Gold makes a lot of people happy.
Yeah.
And especially 400 gold you can take from a Tide, which doesn't really do a whole lot once he's got Mech Blink, to be honest. But definitely doesn't hurt to make it so he can't have it.
Yeah, and actually Natrana's done with his eggs. He just needs to deliver. But
Yeah,
I think
actually-
that
Quick counter ward here, bottom.
I think they're gonna need to mount. He might need to use the eggs before the ult before the eggs arrives.
Yeah, and if we talk about something that's a little bit fucking on the stupid edge of things, this Sentry ward.
Yeah, worthless.
No, the model on it.
Oh,
I actually think this really should have been fixed a long time ago, and it's kind of annoying that it hasn't been.
what do you mean?
It's the exact same color as a regular Observer ward. The eye is yellow.
Wait, hold on. For whatever reason, holy crap! We're having issues. I have open mic on, but it's okay. For some reason, it wasn't working before.
Alright.
So
Welcome to casting. If you've ever seen a join Dota stream, this is nothing new for you.
yeah, like whatever reason, the icon wasn't showing even though I had open mic on.
Yeah, but if you see that,
so we have a smoke gang coming in.
it's not anything. Let's talk about this Central ward.
All right.
Like, you see this yellow eye, right?
Yeah.
It's... I don't know if you've noticed how many pro players use this ward, and I don't know if that's why, but this smoke gang's actually going to find... both teams are actually smoked right now. Initiation on the Witch Doctor, and they're going to lose 2. I really think they don't want to initiate
Oh,
this fight.
big
Oh,
call!
never mind.
Holy cow!
Oh my...
Oh my! This is oh.
Beautiful call, and it just doesn't matter, unfortunately.
Actually, it
Eh?
does.
It does matter, actually. I didn't quite realize that did Witch Doctor buy back? Yeah, okay, Witch Doctor bought back, okay.
But
So, big call actually kind of evens the fight, but
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know. Evening the fight's really not what you're looking for right now. You want to win those fights.
yeah.
They're gonna go for a Roche, and it's pretty easy to take with the Brewmaster and the Visage.
Yep, Brewmaster
Especially with them medallion.
dodge. Chance is really good.
We're gonna see birds hopefully land. There we go. Second one. There it goes.
I think the Dire might be aware of this.
They're sure not really doing a whole lot. Yeah, they don't know. So this
Yeah,
is a
definitely if you were aware of it, the Razor would have
done
used the
something.
plasma field.
Yeah, so this is a free Roche.
Fine, but-
The Brewmaster gets out immediately. But yeah, things are kind of going Eclipse's way now. That was a big fight for no coach that they should have won pretty handily, but they just stacked a little bit too much, and Axe got that call off.
Got a 5-man call there. Wow.
5-man call is pretty good. But even with 5-man call, they still lost a good bit because they didn't have the Witch Doctor up, unfortunately.
I think Honor Rogue needs to use his ult.
Yeah, that's some gold worth using. It's always that kind of awkward question. Actually, Optimus Zach has his Axe now.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he wasn't ulting again, but that's why. It's kind of this awkward thing where it's like, what do you really buy on Axe? Because you kind of want him to get those attacks in because you got the blade
Let's get a
mail.
heart, man.
Yeah.
Soak that.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why he spent it. That's why he's saving. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think Vanguard's really good early. Like even though Vanguard's generally regarded as a bad item, like damage block is just so good on
Tronic
Axe.
goes in, immediately ults, and Ty's just on the run. This doesn't really do much other than give them the free tower.
Dire's middle tower is
Um,
under attack.
Actually, it's doing quite a bit. But
Radiant's top
Yeah,
Again,
tower
it's
is under
about
attack.
halfway through, but they're gonna get this tower, and I think it's worth it as long as they can
Dire's middle tower
disengage,
is under
Um,
attack.
which is
I don't know if they.
Dire's middle
Yeah, they
tower
can.
has
I
fallen.
really think you commit there a little bit harder if you're no coach. Honestly,
yeah, you
I
dive
think
on the
that's
other
a
heroes.
little bit cold feet, honestly.
Yeah.
Power of the Pugna Ward partially, just knowing that you can't really uninitiate from it. But I don't know. You just gotta kind of go
Yeah,
on.
I think that you just ignore the Brewlings and just run past them and get the other heroes, because you know that Brewmaster is just not nearly as strong.
Yeah, and they're definitely just gonna counter push now that they know. All right, you don't have Brewmaster ult. Let's.
Well, let's see if Honor Rogue can repeat a success. There's a big wave, so he can catch out the.
The Shadow Shaman. Yeah, okay, backs up immediately. And now Lycan spots him out, so
Yeah.
he's gonna force to blink down. Shadow Shaman needs to focus his wards right now. I think I can never tell where those things are attacking.
No, they're attacking the creeps.
I hate those wards.
The dragon ones.
They go places.
Yeah, a lot of times they just like face the wrong way. Oh, 4-man Ravage.
Big Ravage, but there's no follow-up actually. Here comes the Razor finally, but Mech's already gone off. Killiwas is in trouble. Fisher will catch Natron out, but he's got Aegis. Earthshaker actually dies. Invader takes out that real quick, but they've kind of got to leave now. Yeah, Visage gets cleaned up by Shadow Shaman. So a 2 for tower, and maybe 3 for tower. K-Stiggs is gonna
Yeah, that's gonna be a problem.
basically die here. He gets a
Oh,
free
oh, these-
clear boost.
Oh man. Oh,
He can't flip around against a Visage. He's gonna do that.
Yeah, but I wanted to point out that Zach was gonna drop the bird that just got killed by Eye of the Storm. That's another really annoying
Radiant's bottom
ability
tower is under attack.
for
It's-
Visage players.
It's a sad ability for Visage players. I've played enough Visage to know the sadness. The struggle is real, as they say. Now the
Wait
struggle.
until Razor's level 16 with eggs.
Yeah, but this is actually going to be the opposite of struggle is real, because here comes Brewmaster with ult. Zach's got a resummon, so he can easily just send these birds up there, and then immediately resummon new ones.
There's
like,
no Ravage.
There's no Ravage. Honor Rope's actually caught out, but it doesn't really matter. Good hex by Pyro gets caught out, but Netrana's got ult up again.
Yep.
Killiwas has no ult. He's got a mech, but that's not enough.
And Echo
Pyro-
Slam.
Echo Slam wasted on Brewlings. Brewlings do die, but now it's just there's a ton of damage going on. K-Stiggs has to immediately break his link due to the Witch Doctor ward. Needs a rock.
Netrana needs to be careful. This is, I believe he doesn't have a.
No, and that's yeah. All right. That's gonna be a Rex. Lycan's trying his hardest here, but this is just
Dire's middle
unwinnable.
tower is
I think
under
this.
attack.
I think this is all because of that 5-man call.
Dire's middle tower has
Or
fallen.
like, she's got a few of them actually.
I mean, realistically, it's from losing 3 people in mid when you only needed to lose maybe 1, honestly. Killy was the person that was way too far out. But now you're down Arax because, you know...
Yeah, I mean, especially since they just secured the tower, you don't have the wards. Why force a fight when you know you're going to get the tower? You're not going to get another tower, right? So...
Zacthar's going to live here if he lands.
He's gonna drop the next 2 birds.
He's made a little bit of a mistake there. He let the bird die, and then he kind of started to run after that. And that's usually going to cost you your life, especially against a Lycan. And that's going to be the case. Yeah, it's going to be the case.
Yeah, he's gonna run up to just get as far from his base. So
it's the problem where if you lose your micro, your immediate panic is to try to get your micro back and not worry about anything else. And he ends up beating a lot of damage to the face for it.
And I think Honorup's gonna finish his heart right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of gold, and yeah, there's the courier going. Actually buys the Vit Booster. You think he'd grab the recipe at the base, but
yeah,
it's kind of an afterthought. You're guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it.
Definitely. Now, what do you think Natrana's gonna get with the Brewmaster after? I mean, like normally you just go auras, right? But I know if I know Natrana, it should be a Hex coming up.
And it's Natrana. I think regardless, it'll be a Mystic Staff. So.
Illusion.
Let's see.
Because every single time I've asked him whether I should get Shivas or Hex, he goes, "You want an aura that does nothing, or the best item in the game?"
An aura that does nothing is quite harsh for one of the better auras in the game, frankly.
Yeah, but he's like, "What's better, someone that's slowed or a sheep?" And
What's
it's
better?
hard to argue with that.
What's better, their carry doing 40 less attack speed, or their carry doing less damage for 2 seconds while he backs up and gets away just fine because their team's supporting it? It's a situational pickup is all. Right now we see Axe just throwing his weight around because he can. When you have a heart, you can do what you want. He's going to get linked and lose 84 damage, but I really feel like the Razor's been incredibly ineffective this game, especially considering that he didn't really have much of an issue top. His net worth
Ross
is
is dying to something. Oh, these just birds. It's just birds.
Bird damage is real, man.
Yeah, bird.
Especially once you get that axe up, and yeah. And there's 3 summon. Okay.
They just get another tower off of everybody rotating for the birds.
I mean, you have to. You can't lose your Shadow Shaman right now. You need those wards. I feel like Pyro definitely needs a little bit more investment in his leveling.
Yeah.
Because right now he's like level 1 wards ain't gonna cut it in a fight.
Definitely not.
But we'll see. Zach lands the right bird. Yeah, okay. There's the other ones. I was about to say you generally want to land all your birds just at one at a time, so they're all 7s. You want those 777s. It's like Vegas, Visage. Say a lot of letters for a reason. Actually, they have everything but the eye in common. I don't agree with that. Probably shouldn't. Sole assumption for a Lycan Wolf, but it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, I'll argue semantics, but mid lane is pushing in and it's costing them pressure. They're just going to take chip damage on this tower from the Pugna, just going up there and chip.
Just looking at the graphs though, I mean, like it's not that far off, but it just feels like the rating has such a big grip on this game. I think it's because Lycan, when he doesn't get farmed, it just feels so useless. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and it's also really good spacing.
He needs to be like way ahead. Is how I feel about Lycan. It's the same with Nature's Prophet. Like an evenly farmed Nature's Prophet with the opponent's carry is garbage. So
you see, they're just taking like chip after chip. That tower's down 1,000 health just from Pugna Blast and Visage attacks. And he hasn't actually even lost a bird. And they can't really engage on it because of the Pugna ward. They basically have to, you know, they're doing a great job of saying, hey, fight us or don't. We don't really care.
Yep. Yeah, this is a really
now
quite
the
predicament for the Dire.
And they don't even get the Lycan Wolves to do anything now.
Oh yeah, now with the sentries out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
You mean the Observer ward, right? Oh yeah, it's a sentry, sorry.
Oh, so what were you saying about the yellow eye?
It's the exact same as, like, because that's the sentry ward, but it's got the yellow eye like it's an Observer ward. It's stupid. Fix that shit. I'm just saying, a lot of pros use this ward for the reason that it's hard to fucking decipher whether or not it's worth killing at the immediate glance. You see a lot of pros use the MLG ward because it was impossible to click on. They fixed
that.
that.
You don't assume that they want to. They don't want to just support MLG and spread.
In what, Shadow Demon? Everyone's just a big fucking Shadow Demon fan in the pro scene. Gotta show their love. Come on now. But Earthshaker's actually taking a lot of damage from these creeps in mid. And Earthshaker also doesn't have his blink.
Oh yeah.
I really feel like a lot of support players need to adjust to this style of actually having to farm sometimes. I feel like it's one thing that a lot of people aren't doing right now in support, so it's okay. My job's not to get farm, you know. My job's to, you know, make sure your carry doesn't die. It's my job to make sure of all this. But you can't really do anything right now if you're roster or a shaker. You kind of have to rely on getting a good fight. And part of the reason for that is because they've been roaming around fighting because of all the pressure Eclipse have been putting on. So well played by Eclipse, but man, just sometimes you gotta say fuck the team. I'm 50 gold from Blink.
Yeah, that's what I always do.
Yeah, it's because you play.
I play mid, so.
So you do regardless.
Yeah.
But like, this has got to be frustrating because you really can't go on this. And
yeah, this is. I mean, nothing's gonna change now that the tower's gone. It's like.
Yeah, Honor Rope's actually pinging. He wants to go here. So, oh, there's all the pings. Good Fisher, but this is actually a really scary situation because there's a lot. Like anybody on their team who blinks is immediately terrifying. Like if Axe blinks on me, Jesus Christ! Like I'm shitting my pants. Kind of questionable Pugna Awards. Just gonna kind of get.
This is gonna get canceled. I think.
It's not the biggest deal right now, but it's kind of like.
The Toronto has 5k gold.
Well, yeah, he's saving for his blink, or he's he's cheap.
Yeah.
And now see, it's just like, okay, we'll just farm your jungle. What are you gonna do? Farm top? You can't farm top. You don't know where we are. And there's an Axe right there, and he'll call you, and if we're anywhere nearby, you guys lose the game. So what are you gonna do? You can't farm top, you can't farm bottom, because it's all the way down next to our tower, which is dying.
And then you have mid to keep you rotating back and forth.
So you get to farm mid every once in a while for like 100 gold the wave.
Yeah. This almost feels like a style that you and I are very familiar with.
It's the Natrana style.
It's the when you're ahead, get more ahead, and look at the gold graph.
It's the Artosis strat. Oh, Kiliwas with the Ravage, gonna dump Witch Doctor immediately. Call doesn't really do a whole lot. K-Sticks pops BKB, takes out the... There's another ward down. Brewmaster ult goes off, but no, it doesn't actually go off. He's getting stun locked. That Brewmaster ult's just delayed so much. This fight's theirs. Like, Razor's just gonna right-click down a lot of people. Your Cyclone's good, but... Optimus Exact's going to live? Yeah, Optimus Exact gets away. And Brewlings are just right-clicking on the range tracks. They're gonna get range tracks top. I hope Natrana's gonna die. Yeah. There's no way Natrana lives for that, but he does get the range tracks. Makes the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, that was a really good initiation from Kiliwas there.
And it's kind of, you got two options. It's either A, man the fuck up and blink in entitled, or B, smoke the fuck up and walk around entitled. Because you can't you're eventually gonna lose if they just sit there. I mean, you saw they still lost something. But...
What do you think was the mistake from Eclipse there? I personally think Witch Doctor was just way too close.
Yeah, they took advantage of opportunity. They're gonna get Roche out of this. Those should be feed birds. Oh no, they're not. Roshan doesn't agree with feeding the birds. Roshan's a bro for me. You saw him. He interrupted that tide. He's like, it'll be really interesting to see if what they do, because I feel like the right play right now is just to say, okay, you guys want to try to take Roche? We're gonna have birds chip away at you, and we're gonna see what we can get out of the map in the meantime. Because these birds are just being annoying right now. Bird flies in, scouts, flies in, tries to take the Roche, and oh no! Where's the why is the bird not killing the Aegis? Come on!
Oh.
Like, but here's the fight actually. Kiliwas gets caught out with a call. He doesn't have Ravage though, so it's not really that big a deal. But K-Stick, Shadow Shaman gets blown up. Lycan's next on the list, but he does have Aegis. Getting mana drain. He can't actually attack right now, unfortunately. K-Stick's backing up.
Yeah, he won't have Lycan for him.
K-Sticks is leaving, and now Lycan's going to die. So, all in all, unfortunate fight. Lycan doesn't actually have... Okay, Lycan just barely has buyback. Thankfully, he's under-farmed enough. But he's not going to have Necro Book for another minute, so there's that down.
They got him.
They will have Tide Ult, though. And they will have Earthshaker Ult, and Earthshaker's got his Blink now. So this could actually be...
They'll have 2 titles.
They have 2 Tide Ults. They're gonna have 2 titles. They're gonna have an Echo Slam. They're gonna have Rasta Wards. Like,
And Eclipse don't know about the double title unless. Oh, they can check now since he's showing.
this is actually kind of a trap for Eclipse, really. Eclipse, my friends. CVAC. I love that. I love that CVAC. I'm giving you shit if you ever listen to this, but I love that. Like, they should just go on this.
Here it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that Echo Slam.
Oh, he doesn't actually have the mana for a second Ravage, unfortunately, but it's not going to really matter. On a Rope dies, and now K-Stig's kind of getting focused as Natron just tries to disengage, and yeah, they're done here. Natron actually focusing a little
to move the Fire Panda.
Yeah, it's focusing a little bit hard, and oh,
let
fish.
the Panda die.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh!
misplays. Just up. They're coming still though. They have definitely the ability to chase. And yeah, here's the Earthshaker. You ain't getting away. There's the Hex. Here's the Shackle. Go on home. Back in a body bag. You panda thing. So another one fight for no coach, and it wasn't even a perfect fight. We only got 1 Ravage off due to another ward. We only got, you know, a bad Earthshaker ult that really only hit. Well, not bad, but it only hit.
Pretty good. Well, it don't hit X, but it hit like a lot of the. It did a lot of damage to X.
It did a lot of damage to Axe, but it's not what you're looking for.
Right.
You know, this kind of situation, but it just doesn't matter.
Yep.
Like, no coach is at a point where it's like, you know, we've survived the pressure, now it's time to show off our stuff. And now Axe has... Axe hits a pipe, but...
Radiant's bottom
I
tower.
actually agree with you. Because the Earthshaker ult is not your, you're not your problems. It's the fact that right now, like, you're just disabled for so long that you can't quite get what you want out of a fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And especially not the problem when, you know, here comes their team beating down your wall.
Oh, big call.
G-Man, good call. G-Man's actually just way too far forward, but there's another Ravage available. I don't know if they saw the refresh. Now there's 2 dead. And now it's looking really hard to defend this. Buyback out of Pugna, but Witch Doctor falls instead. And it looks like their buybacks are going to push this back. K-Sticks actually unfortunately falls, along with the Earthshaker, but buybacks push this back, and now we see the Witch Doctor buy back. They're definitely looking to push and end this now.
But the thing is, they didn't get the Lycan who already bought back, so we look at the buyback status. We have Razor does have the buyback, and so does the Earthshaker.
Yeah, so
this might be another trap, but Natrana finishes a Refresher Orb.
now the real question is, if you're Killua, do you refresh immediately and hope to have 1 title, or do you try to save it for as long as you can and see if you can get 2 before the fight happens? It's 100 seconds,
That is
but
a dilemma. Personally, I don't know how you feel about the double Panda ult, but I think that the fight is not going to last 2 Panda ults.
I don't think Natrana's going to be able to survive for a second Panda, because we're kind of getting to that point where the Panda, you know, the Brewlings are actually squishy enough.
I think he should have just went Auras or a Sheep Stick.
Yeah. It's just kind of... Like, see, because right now the debate is, do you hit Refresh Orb now and just get that cooldown started? I think you do, because you kind of have to. Especially, yeah.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, Axe blinks in, actually, and manages to get a really good initiation, makes this no follow-up on the Ravage. And there's actually an Earthshaker ult somewhere, I'm not quite sure where, but...
Oh, it was over the top, but...
Alright, good
It's
pick
trying to
up.
splits off everybody off, 3 people with...
Yeah, but it's not really mattering.
Yeah,
In base, it's actually just eating kids. And there's the stuns. Optimus Exec's gonna fall. I don't know. This Lycan can't. There it is.
Look at Natrana.
So the question is, do you refresh and brew ult again? Oh, okay. I definitely think you pop the refresher. Maybe. Oh, and the birds take the tower, and they do die for their troubles, unfortunately. But yeah, I think it's a little bit questionable to chase Natrana here. They're really
He's just gonna stall, yeah.
Like, you're not. Earthshaker has blink, so blink, buddy, blink. Earthshaker's actually gotta be careful. I don't know if they know about this refresh.
Oh.
Yeah. The Earth Panda is still linked though, so Razor actually should just start right-clicking these. I don't know what he's waiting for.
Stop.
Razor, my friend, I don't know if you're a vampire. You do not need an invitation to get to the House of Pain. And now Killua gonna eat some damage, and it's just kind of like y'all are getting played with. Good anchor smash, actually. Really stops Natrana's blink immediately.
But he's gonna get him now. Oh! I don't know if they know that he's... They just assume he's away.
Yeah.
And Natrana did a great job there just stalling it out for his team.
And of course, got a little bit of a gift from the RNG gods there, making Tide miss on the Drunken Haze. So.
Well, it's not bad much.
It's not bad odds. I didn't. He's like, you know, he's playing to the RNG Christian gods.
Okay.
You know, the nice ones. opposed to them RNG Catholic gods that are on whenever I'm playing any hero, like Ogre. But, anyway.
I believe Catholicism is a branch of Christianity, but
Well,
this is
you
not-
know, there's Protestant. I don't know religion, man. Come on, back
All
to
right.
keep
Back to
your
the
mind-
game. Back to the game.
Yeah, Kilios is gonna have double ult in 30 seconds. So
Oh, man.
they're finally gonna get tier 1 top actually.
Radiant's top
A-Sticks unfortunately decides he's not gonna ult for this. Don't know why. Could take it that much faster. But overall, no coach is kind of at that point where they can win fights on their terms, but not necessarily Eclipse's terms.
But look at the EXP graph.
Yeah, like EXP definitely in their favor, but Gold's still quite not, and fights still quite aren't. You know, they're not quite in that point where you'd be like, oh, that was a solid fight. You know, so it's a little bit unfortunate.
So, big item pickup. Zach got his Assault Cuirass, which is really good.
Works very well with their entire team of people that
But I
don't.
think the thing that's gonna tip the scales is I think Witch Doctor needs an axe, and he's so far from it.
Yeah, Witch Doctor's gone straight up support here, and I think it's a bit of a mistake to do this to a Witch Doctor.
Yeah. Also, I disagree with getting like even points into Maledict now. I think it's just get stats at this point. You're never gonna get close enough to cast it.
I disagree with that.
You think so? Okay.
I think without the Ags, you might as well just say fuck it. Like, he's not going to get a Death Ward off, honestly, at this point. Unless he literally stands back away from the fight and avoids everything and then drops the Death Ward, like, you're not getting it off. They're doing a great job of split pushing top with these familiars. Zach doesn't have the resummon yet, though, so it's a little bit awkward. Because generally what you want to do is split push with the familiars and then have the resummon ready, so if a fight breaks out, you can have the familiars immediately back to you.
But he'll have it. It's
It depends how big Kilios' testicles are. Because if Kilios goes now, he ain't gonna have it. Probably not the best idea, considering you don't know where most of them are.
well, they have Lycan Wolves to scout that out.
Dyer's top
As soon
barracks
as
are under attack.
Yeah, you just see his familiar
Oh,
damage.
Neutrano jumped in and he got hexed again, but he gets.
Yep, beautiful
the
Ravage
brawl.
by Tide. He needs to refresh and Ravage again, or at least have the refresh again.
Oh, there's another.
Another ineffectual
Echo.
Slam really doesn't do a whole lot. K-Sticks is in there though. Witch Doctor with a beautiful Death Ward, but it doesn't matter.
Okay,
He's
Austin
getting
died.
that lit up. Brewmaster kind of just running around doing a whole lot of nothing. They're trying to get him now.
But they get the racks. That's
They get the top racks, but I don't think that matters that much if your team's dead. It just depends how many of them get away, because Brewmaster TP's out, and Axe gets away, so losing a melee racks is unfortunate, but I don't know, no coach is at that position now where it's like, alright, we lost a racks, what now? Because you gotta do something. You're down a racks.
Yeah.
You can't just,
Double damage.
you know, let them,
You can't
alright,
let them
come get the
respawn.
rest of them, we'll be here. You know,
Yeah,
now is
this-
a chance to, like, force them to do something.
Oh, they're gonna
Go
look
run
to
in.
take a Roche.
Yeah, you know,
but
take
yeah.
Roche FTPs and be ready.
They definitely need to take a. No coaches needs to take a fight on the Radiant side. Because they've been winning every fight, but if they win fights on their side, they get nothing out of it, and in fact, they lose because you just never want to be fighting in your own territory.
I forgot you could zoom out.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not zooming out anymore.
That just threw me off because I accidentally did it.
Well, they don't even decide to do the Roche.
Yeah, again, this is kind of not what you want to be doing. Rasta does have level 3 Serpent Wards now because he's got level 2 plus Ags, but drops a ward there. I actually think that the ward right there, and actually both sides have this ward, I think it's kind of worthless. Like, because there's no movement in this area that's going to matter.
Well, other than toward Roche.
Yeah, but it's... I don't know, I just don't feel like... I feel like if... Okay, so this ward's pretty good right now. But this ward was laid like 4 minutes ago, and that's not a relevant ward.
Yeah, I suppose.
So...
Oh wait.
I don't know, I feel like one thing that a lot of... And I'm not insinuating anything about Soundboy or anything, but I feel like one thing a lot of supports do is it's very easy to get lazy and, you know, like, oh, I have to ward. That's my job. I'll just ward. And it's like, your wards, you know, good warding is part of a support. It's like, you gotta have good wards. You can't just place them and hope they're relevant. Like, they had no idea that Roche ward's gonna be relevant.
Right.
It ends up being relevant. It ends up being very relevant, but... I suppose I'm splitting hairs because there's really not a whole lot of else going on right now. Both teams are just kind of jockeying for position.
Yeah, but the thing is, what is taking 2 lanes of Rex allows Eclipse to do is just to sit on the lane that is not taken and just clean up the wave after wave, and which just pins no coaches in their own base.
This is just still not quite level 16, so the birds aren't quite the death machine for Rasta that they normally are, but they do know those birds are out there. I'm not sure how they actually. Oh, they saw them with the ward, so that's a free bird.
Yep.
And that's a sad panda. Well, Visage, but.
What? What?
Alright, Seared Shop well defended. See them birds coming there now. Bet you they won't.
Yeah, if they scout that, I think you. Well, I don't know. Like, Rasta has not been the biggest impact, so I don't.
Birds are still scary though.
Yeah.
This is kind of an awkward situation. Like, you kind of see them just standing around these wards. Like,
yeah, let's hope that somebody walks in here.
If someone walks in here, we'll get a kill, and if somebody walks in here to scout, we'll kill whatever that is.
Yeah.
So, kind of unfortunate. At least they're going to die soon, so they'll think that Rasta ward's around.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I'll assume he meant to ward or something.
Yeah, maybe he was using.
Here comes Axe with an invis, and I don't think Axe knows about the sentry. You definitely see K-Sticks pings it out. He's like, "Hey, I know about this sentry." But Axe is just waiting for an opportunity in bottom lane with this invis. And Neutron actually kind of getting to they're kind of got a pincer going on here. They need to be really careful. Yeah. All right. So they do get out of this, but depending on Neutron actually on the right side of the Fisher, thankfully. But he's still gonna get shackled out. I don't think this is gonna be actually a good idea because here comes the Axe. There it is. Let's see if they can actually disengage from this. Rasta's thankfully
not going to be happy.
Yeah, Rasta's not going to enjoy this, unfortunately. But it doesn't really matter that much because
he doesn't have wards anyway.
Yeah. He actually does. There's the rock.
Big call.
Rasta buys back, TP's in. Axe is taking a ton of damage, and here comes the Lycan.
There was just no.
You kind of got to disengage off of this, and there's a Ravage on only the Visage. Visage is going to die. Immediate refresh from Killiwatt just with the cooldown going, but again, another one fight for no coach. I hope they can make something out of it though, because right now their base is just getting lit up. Do we have? Yeah, there's no Visage familiars alive either. They got melted in the fight, and it's kind of awkward because when you're at a time like this where Razor and the Tide Anchor Smash can kind of run around like two-shotting birds, you kind of almost don't want them in the fight other than for a really quick stun. And then, because like usually at this point in the game, I kind of just throw them in there for the quick stun and try to right-click down their supports. And the instant a Tide Hunter or something walks near them, I just fly them to an objective. Just start right-clicking, just get something. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of a difference in opinion here. It's versus the way I play Visage. Not gonna force
Visage actually doesn't have buyback, but he'll be up.
Yeah, by Visage, yeah. They're gonna get some damage out of this. I actually think this is kind of a poor buyback, honestly, because they have plenty up.
Oh man, they're trying to get sheeped up.
Trying to get sheeped. Actually, if they can kill him, this is huge. There's the Titan. That's game. There's no way you can come back from that. Because you don't have buyback on the Brewmaster. Axe is falling. You have buyback on Pugna, but not Witch Doctor. There's 4 down. Could be 2 down, but like, this is a lot. This is a huge loss. Axe and Pugna immediately buy back. And they actually, you gotta respect us a little bit more than that. Come on. G-Man, you gotta have some respect for the Axe buyback. And now Razor is in danger of not having respect for the Axe buyback. Because here comes Axe, and he gets sheeped immediately. Let's see if he gets the Shackle. There's no Shackle from the Witch Doctor, or from the Shadow Shaman. He doesn't have mana. K-Stick's gonna drop. Really big mistake to force that. And I think it's an also bigger mistake to buy back here. Because I think their opinion is, you know... Like,
oh man, Kilwas is gonna die too now.
Killiwas does have buyback, but it's just...
they need to defend, but...
They bought back, I guess, to...
Yeah, they need to defend
They bought back to defend or to push harder.
But Radiance Ancient is... Oof.
Radiance Ancient is under pressure, but, you know, the Witch Doctor is up. Thankfully, he died fast enough, I guess. And there's Tidehunter back. So now it's basically a game of defend the bottom racks, and it's a game of watch these Visage Birds go.
Or you go for the melee racks.
Yeah, that's not. I will actually say that's wrong. Because now he's going to lose all the birds, and their team's going to get destroyed. Because Axe is dead. The birds are dying to creeps. I don't. Zach's land is too late, unfortunately. And now it's like you lost Axe. Axe doesn't have buyback. Axe is dead for 90 seconds. Your Brewmaster's back up, so you're not going to lose the game. But
yeah, that was a missed opportunity, I think.
yeah, you got to hit those range tracks, and you also got to be watching the timer, honestly.
It's lower armor and lower health. And it
and
doesn't regen.
Yeah, that's the big thing, is that it doesn't regen. And the other thing is, as a Visage player, when you do something like that, you really got to watch the timer. Because the creeps spawn every 0 and 30 seconds. It's not like that's hidden information or anything. You got to be watching for it. Because if you fly the birds in when it's not that time period, and the creeps spawn at 30, birds
Lois
don't.
has double ravage in 20 seconds too.
Yeah, double ravage is up. Brewmaster split is up, but these wards are down. I really think you just got a brew split to kill the wards. Brew brings in, gets a clap off, and he gets immediately X'd. Pyro's been on point. Trana's gonna drop immediately, and now
He's not
it's
gonna have buyback again.
like Razor ult's running around killing people. Earthshaker immediately interrupts a Witch Doctor ult. Ravage 1, Ravage 2, not even needed really. He doesn't have the mana for it anyway, it's alright. And yeah, that's gonna be game. So very well played by
well
Coach.
I'm excited for game 2.
Very excited.
Alright.
I'm supposed to say.
Yeah, what's up? Hello? Oh.
Hi.
Okay.